Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. Let's sculpt and use paper mache to make a sword or a scimitar. I think that's how you say it. So what you're going to need is some cardboard that's pretty easy to cut with some scissors, and you're going to cut out a long rectangle, and after you do that you can also cut out the handle or draw it first and then cut it out. It depends on what you feel comfortable doing. I'm just kind of free drawing this. So after you finish cutting this out, then you're going to need an extra piece to it as well. So this is a little bit more complicated one. The other one will just be a straight rectangle. So I have a curved end. I'm going to put another piece and I'm going to draw it like I talked about. And after you kind of sketch it out, it doesn't matter if you make a lot of sketching with your pencil, you're going to cut it out using some scissors, and then you're going to tape it down using masking tape, really any type of masking tape. And you want to kind of go back and forth with the masking tape, so you're going in lots of different directions. Use as much as you need to really make it secure, reinforced, so it's nice and stable. You don't really want this area to flop around. Great. So you can pre-cut your strips if you want. You can use a really big piece. Notice how I'm smoothing out the paste with my hand, and it's damp. It's not super wet. So I'm going to take my fingers and I tear it, and I'm just going to smooth it out. So I'm using my fingers and my thumb, and again smoothing it out. It's damp. It's not super wet. If it's super wet, you're going to get paste everywhere, and it might even melt the cardboard. So your goal is to cover absolutely everything with at least one layer. If you put more on it, it might become stronger or it might lose its form, but tear the paper and reform it, reshape it however you want, and just cover everything. You can shape and mold paper mache. I've got a lot of tutorials on this. I think it's really fun. Squish, massage it, however you want to say it. Molding is the same word. And just glide your fingers and your thumbs across to smooth this out. Awesome. So keep going, and I'll be back with the paint. Okay, so when you finish covering everything, you really want to prop it up to air dry. So I'm just going to put it very carefully on top of this container, and that's going to give it a lot of areas for it to dry with the air. No hair dryer. So metallic paint tends to be transparent, which means you're going to need another layer so you can kind of see through to the paper. And so just put a lot of layers on it. If you make it super thick, it might work, but honestly 2 layers is really better. So you can use a hair dryer to make it dry faster with the acrylic paint, and not for the paper mache. And so just kind of get in all the nooks and crannies with the paint. And so here I'm ready for my second layer. I'm putting a lot of paint on it, and it's going to look a lot better in my opinion. I think it's really worth taking the time to do the extra step to make it look super awesome. So it's not as streaky. If you can see, it's really solid and it looks great. So thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy what you make out of paper mache. Take care.